I guess Dave didn't want you playing ball this summer because he felt like I think you'd started 69 games as a freshman, which is pretty unheard of. What'd you do this summer?
This summer, right as the season ended, we were back here for a few days with our final exit meetings, and right after that, I hopped in my car and made the trip home back to Amarillo, Texas, and spent about like two and a half weeks there. And then as soon as that was done, I headed back up here to Fayetteville and got with Blaine Kinsley, our strength coach, and started lifting and then started hitting and getting back after it, ready for this upcoming season already.
Have you changed? Like, has your body changed much? Are you heavier or stronger? Or?
I'm about the same weight, but I'm stronger now. So because after the season, I lost a little bit of strength. It was a long season, but now I've put all the strength back on, and I feel great right now.
What's your weight?
Right now, I'm like 200, 205.
I'm not saying you're going to do what Andrew Benintendi did as a sophomore. He kind of did a similar thing, didn't play ball, focused on weightlifting, and then he had a monster season. Just how do you think not playing ball, but maybe focusing on strength, getting some rest can help you?
You know, I think it was really good for me. It got me away from the game for a few extra weeks, and I was able to take some time and go back home and catch up on just like with my family and everything, and that was just good for my mind and my body. And then got back here and started focusing on strength rather than go and get more at-bats out in summer ball. So I didn't come in the fall ball dragging a little bit after an even longer summer. So I think that'll help me with being ready for the spring.
A lot of new faces, just trying to get acclimated to those guys.
You just got a lot of names to remember, but it's been pretty easy so far. And, you know, there's going to be a group of those new guys that are going to have to fill some roles that we lost, obviously, but as of every year, there's going to be a few guys that step up that are really going to help this team out.
How do you feel about playing the exhibition game against OU in Wichita?
I think that's awesome for us. It gives us like a little breakup in fall ball to where we get to go face some other competition rather than seeing the same guys every day in practice. So ever since day one of fall, we're all kind of like focusing on it. Like, okay, we play OU 2 weeks, got to start getting ready. And then after we play OU in a week, we're focused on Wichita State. And after that, we got the Fall World Series. So it kind of breaks up the 6 weeks of fall ball. It gives us something to look forward to.
Did they move you to right field? They talked about it.
They've talked about it a little bit, but they have me taking reps there, and we'll see what happens as the season comes along.
How do you like it?
You know, all the outfield positions, they're a little bit different the way you see the ball, but for the most part, they're pretty much the same.
I know those are exhibition games, but how much do you guys want to beat OU in Wichita, and play well?
We always want to win games when we play them, or even in the fall ball games when it's just gray versus black team. We're trying to beat each other because that's just the way we're competitive people, and when we come together as a team to play OU or Wichita State, we want to come out on top.
In high school, did you play right? Have you ever played right in a game before?
Yeah, I played right a little bit in high school, mainly like my sophomore year, like in summer ball.
Coming off that run you guys had, just the momentum you guys have as a team, even though there are new guys, just with the collective group that has come back from that roster.
Oh, it's awesome to have the guys that come back. We all have great experience from what we gained from last season, and we're sharing the experiences and the stuff we learned with all the new guys to help them get a jump start on their college experience and just trying to get better every day.
When Dave came to you at the end of the season and said, hey, I don't want you to play summer ball, were you surprised? Were you okay with that? So what was your reaction?
Well, it's Coach Van Horn. Whatever he says, I'm going to follow. He's a wise guy, and he really understands the game of baseball, and he watches the way I play from a different aspect, and he's probably seeing a little bit of signs where I needed a little bit of time off so that way I wouldn't be dragging come fall ball, so that way I could really be prepared for it, because fall ball is what prepares you for the spring.
Last Friday you didn't participate in the team scrimmage. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'd actually scratched my cornea. I don't know how. I just woke up one morning, my eye was hurting really bad. Went to the eye doctor. So my eyes were like really sensitive to light. I wasn't able to wear my contacts for like a week. I just got back into them yesterday actually, and they just wanted me to sit it out. And then the next day, they just DH'd me. So that way, playing defense is kind of rough, trying to track the ball, but just wore my normal glasses and we're better now, so it's all good. Yep.
You just need some eye drops, or what did they do?
They just gave me some eye drops, some ointment, and then just gonna wear contacts for a little bit.
It's been like seeing some of these new pitchers.
It's been kind of fun, you know, seeing new guys, all these freshmen. There's some really good arms that have came in, and you know they all have a little bit of different stuff, and you know, it's fun facing different guys because it helps me work on different parts of my game.
You faced Angus Denton at all?
I haven't this fall. I faced him last year a little bit, but he's gotten better from last year to this year. I've saw from watching him pitch and everything.
Cronin said he's a little bit different, just a little bit different, and I guess in his mindset and the way that he goes about, I guess just the way he approaches the game. Do you see that at all?
See it a little bit. He's a super serious guy when he steps between those lines, and he's just go get him. He's gonna go after a guy, and he's gonna try to beat you no matter what at all costs. So that's just his mentality, and I don't know totally the way he thinks because I'm not around him that much because I'm a hitter, but you know.
I can't remember his man or Isaiah, but one of them said Angus wants to be a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, he does actually. I've talked about that with him. That's what he wants, one of his life goals, and you know I hope he can do that because that's like the Navy SEALs are like the professional athletes of the Army and stuff. That's like the 1% of the 1%. If he can do that, man, that's awesome.
So is he a real man-ass?
I mean, you could say so. He's into all that Army stuff, so good for him.
Okay. Don't make him mad, huh?
Oh, no, don't make him mad.